is always a pleasure having you join us on Trending News on Atlantic TV. I'll be right back after this short break to give you the news and details. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the program. On to our first trending news for the day, 2023 presidency. I don't think anyone is more qualified than me, Wike. Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike on Tuesday said he doesn't think anyone is more qualified to become Nigeria's president rather than him. Wike, who spoke from Port Harcourt in an interview, said that based on his records as minister as well as the governor of the Oyo-Rich State, he said he had all the required experience to govern the country. During the interview, Wike said, for somebody of my kind and record, a governor and a minister, I don't even see anybody who will tell me he is more better qualified than I am. 2023, we didn't endorse Yahaya Bello for president, says Northern CAN. The Christian Association of Nigeria CAN Northern Region has denied endorsing Governor Yahaya Bello of Kogi State for the 2023 presidential election, describing it as a fabrication. In the communique at the end of the meeting signed by the Public Relations Officer PR of the Northern CAN, the Christian body stated that no candidate was endorsed by the CAN leadership in the 19 northern states and Abuja during its extraordinary meeting in Abuja last week. PDP lawmakers asked Buhari to sign amended electoral bill. The National Assembly Caucus of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, called on President Buhari to sign the amended Electoral Act into law without any more delays. The group made the call on Tuesday during its meeting with members of the party's Board of Trustees at the National Assembly. Senate Minority Leader Abaribe said, having bent backwards as requested by the President, the amended bill should be signed without delay. Moving on to our next story, Atiku holds closed-door meeting with IBB. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar yesterday visited former military head of state, General Ibrahim Babangida, retired. The meeting, which lasted for about an hour, was held behind closed doors. After the meeting with Babangida, Atiku paid a courtesy visit to Niger State Governor Abubakar Bello. Speaking to journalists after the meeting, Atiku said he visited Niger to commiserate with the people of Niger and also the government of the state over recent attacks by bandits. When asked about his presidential aspiration, the former vice president said, I have only come on a visit. I will let you know about my presidential ambition at the appropriate time. On to our next story, bill to stop yearly house rent in Abuja has killed second reading. A bill seeking to stop landlords in the federal capital for demanding yearly advance rent payment from tenants has passed second reading in the Senate. Sponsored by Senator Spat Adeyemi, the proposed legislature entitled a bill for an act to regulate the mode of payment of rent on residential apartments, office spaces, etc. was read for the second time during Tuesday's plenary in Abuja. On to our next story, Yahoo Boys, Abia Varsity bans students from driving private cars on campus. The management of the Abia State University, Uturu, ABSU, has banned students from driving private vehicles on campus. The action is believed to be part of efforts to avoid any display of ill-gotten wealth by Yahoo Boys. According to the statement, henceforth only staff and accredited visitors will be allowed to drive their vehicles into campus. Moving on to the entertainment scene, singer Samuel Okposo returns to IG after infidelity confession. Nigeria gospel artist Samuel Okposo has returned to the social media platform Instagram 1 week after he deactivated his account following his shocking revelation that he had an affair with a Nigerian lady based in the United States. Returning to social media platform on Monday afternoon, the Delta State-born gospel musician stated that there was no condemnation in Christ, therefore he is pardoned of all iniquities. On to news happening around the African scene. Guinea-Bissau President Mbalo speaks, says school failed perpetrators arrested. President Umaru Mbalo of Guinea-Bissau has addressed the media after a coup scare in the West African country on Tuesday. Speaking to the media, President Mbalo said many members of his own security forces had been killed in what he termed as a failed attack against democracy. The president's reaction came hours after soldiers engaged in heavy gunfire near a government compound where the president had been chairing a cabinet meeting. There have been at least 6 coup attempts in Africa since 2020. raising concerns democracy was under threat in the region, and Guinea-Bissau had weathered at least 4 successful coups, the last in 2012, and about a dozen attempted ones since it gained independence from Portugal 48 years ago. Death of Congolese man in Brazil sparked outrage. Brazilian police have arrested 3 men in connections with the brutal killing of a Congolese migrant in the Brazil city of Rio de Janeiro. The killing was captured on video and caused public outrage. Relatives said Morse Kambambe was attacked after asking his boss to pay wages owed for 2 days' work at a beach kiosk. The footage showed him being repeatedly hit by 3 men with clubs and a baseball bat. The mayor of Rio, Eduardo Perez, called the killing unacceptable and revolting. Moving into the business scene, higher oil prices pushing subsidy costs to 3.5 trillion. There are some indications that the subsidy burden of the 2022 budget may worsen as oil industry experts forecast higher landing costs for imported petrols in the next days ahead. The price of the imports have been on the rise, following the rise in crude oil prices, which hit $90.03 per barrel earlier this week. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) had estimated the subsidy cost at 3 trillion in the next 18 months, based on the current landing cost of about 316 naira per litre. They therefore forecast the expected subsidy cost at about 3.5 trillion for the next 18 months of subsidy. Onto sport news, AFCON 2021 update. The African Cup of Nations first semi-final match will be played today. Today's first game will be against Burkina Faso and Senegal, while tomorrow's second semi-final match will see host nation Cameroon take on 7 times champion Egypt. Each match will be played at 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Onto health news, daily COVID-19 tracker. 158 new confirmed cases and 1 death have been recorded so far in Nigeria. Nigeria currently has a total confirmed case of 253,181, bringing the total active number to 20,730, with a total discharge number of 229,315, and the death rate stands at about 3,136. Please ensure to wear your face mask, wash your hands regularly, and by all means, avoid overcrowded places. Please, you can do well to follow us on all our social media handles now displaying on your screen. Until we come your way again next time, do stay safe.